we will study condensation polymerization now. Condensation polymerization is different from addition polymerization. In addition polymerization, we used alkenes and we joined them. In condensation polymerization, we will be using small monomers which will be joined, but when we join monomers in condensation polymerization, small molecules are removed at the junction of the joining of monomers. Let me explain it with a simple example. I'll use a very important example, which is nylon 66. In this, the monomer is hexamethylene diamine. Hexamethylene. So this is methylene group. I'm using it 6 times. So this is hexamethylene diamine, means there will be 2 amino groups in this monomer. So 2 amino groups at 2 ends. And this is first monomer, which is called as hexamethylene diamine. And the other monomer is adipic acid. In adipic acid also we will have methylene groups, but not 6, it will be 4. CH2 is 4 times, and we have COOH, that is one carboxylic acid at one end, another carboxylic acid at other end. So these are the 2 monomers. So right now we are doing condensation polymerization. The example is nylon 66, in which the first monomer is hexamethylene diamine, hexamethylene, 6 methylene groups and 2 amino groups. The other monomer is adipic acid, which has again methylene group but 4, and we have 2 carboxylic acids at carboxylic acid groups at 2 ends. So when we do polymerization of this, we have removal of water from here. So when we join these 2 molecules, we have removal of water. So we can just write the product NH, NH, H. Now this nitrogen will directly join this carbon. So CO, CH2, 4 times COOH. So we can see we have joined these 2 monomers by removing a water molecule. So one we have hexamethylene diamine, adipic acid again will have hexamethylene diamine. So we will alternatively join one hexamethylene diamine, one adipic acid, again hexamethylene diamine, adipic acid, and wherever we are joining the 2 monomers, a water molecule will be removed. Again here water molecule will be removed. So wherever we join the monomers, there will be removal of water molecule. So this type of polymerization, in which when we join the monomers, a small molecule is removed, is called as condensation polymerization. So this is the first example, which is nylon 66. In this we'll notice one thing, that we have a linkage which is a CONH linkage. This CONH linkage is called as an amide linkage. So this linkage, which is CONH, is called as amide linkage. And since we'll have one more amide linkage here by removing water, we'll have amide linkage over here also by removing water. So we will have many amide linkages in this polymer chain. So that is the reason this polymer is also called as a polyamide chain. So this is our first example of polyamide. So right now we are discussing polyamides in condensation polymer. The first example of polyamides was nylon 66. Now we will move on to the next and very interesting example of polyamide, that is nylon 6. In nylon 6, the monomer is caprolactam. But instead of directly starting with caprolactam and showing the polymerization, I will rather show you the formation of caprolactam. So let me start with the compound, which is cyclohexane. Let us do its oxidation. So on oxidation, cyclohexane gives us cyclohexanone, and this cyclohexanone on reaction with hydroxylamine, NH2OH, will have removal of water over here. So we get an oxime. There is an oxime formation, that is double bond NOH, and this oxime on rearrangement in presence of concentrated H2SO4, the molecule will undergo rearrangement. In this molecule right now we have 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have a 6-membered ring with 6 carbon atoms, but once it undergoes rearrangement, this nitrogen will also enter the ring. So we will have a 7-membered ring. So I am showing the formation of the 7-membered ring. So this carbon, I am writing it as C double bond O. So this carbon is bonded to the C double bond O. This nitrogen will bond to H. NH. So this is C double bond O and NH. It is coming inside the ring now. And so this was the first carbon atom. Now other than this first carbon atom, we have 5 more carbon atoms. So I'll show the remaining: C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. So this structure is called as caprolactam, and this is basically the monomer of nylon 6. I have not shown directly polymerization. I have shown formation of caprolactam from cyclohexane. We first oxidize it to cyclohexanone, then formation of oxime, and the oxime undergoes rearrangement to form caprolactam. But still, this is a ring in which, and it is a closed ring. So let us do its hydrolysis. So on hydrolysis, the ring will open. So we will have CO, and how many we have? This is a CH2. This is again a CH2, a CH2, CH2, CH2. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 CH2 groups. So let me write the 5 CH2 groups in this way, and then we have NH. So this is our opened up caprolactam ring, and this on polymerization. That is, we are using n number of caprolactam open chains. So this will form the polymer, which is nylon 6. So this is a nylon 6 polymer. Now we will move on to the third polyamide. We'll move on to the third polyamide, that is protein. So let me first draw the structure of alpha amino acid. So this is an alpha amino acid. Alpha amino acid is a molecule which is having a COOH group, an alkyl group, I am writing it as R, and an amino group. So this is an alpha amino acid which has a carboxylic group, which is a hydrogen, which is an alkyl group, and an amino group. So this, when I add this alpha amino acid to another alpha amino acid, I am using the same type for sake of convenience. Now in this, when I add these two alpha amino acids, we'll have removal of water from here at this junction, and this carbon now joins the nitrogen. So we'll notice one special thing again about this is we have a CONH linkage. So this is also basically a CONH linkage or an amide linkage, but since proteins are formed in living things, or they are found in living organisms or plants or animals, so that is the reason instead of calling this as an amide linkage, we'll call this as a peptide linkage. And when we join many molecules of alpha amino acid, we'll have many such peptide linkages. So the long chain of peptide, using peptide linkages, when a long chain is formed, that particular long chain is called as a polypeptide chain. And if we use minimum at least 100 molecules of alpha amino acids and join them by using such peptide linkages, then we have a protein chain formation.